Hello everybody, my name is Marloe and welcome back to the Ripple Effect server. I am done waiting for a replay mod. I need to build my house pronto because part of it will include my storage room, and at this current moment my storage is a little bit of a disgrace. Messy chests just filled with random, like this one is just dirt. I have a lot of them actually. Yeah, it's pretty messy at the moment. Like we've got some over here, some just over there. I think that's from the Big Hole project. Some back at Spawn Town, and I just need to get organized because it's stressing me out and there's stuff everywhere and no order to anything. So the house needs to be built for the storage room to be built, basically. These points have actually been here for quite some time. I would guess maybe 3 or 4 episodes. So I've got it all planned out. I've got it ready to go. I'm going to do the exterior first, and then we can do the interior and other parts of it as well, sort of bit by bit. Obviously, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to time-lapse it because I do have a camera account, but 1, I don't have a second monitor, and 2, I need it in a creative mode so I can actually copy it, because I don't want to misplace a block and then not be able to figure out why I went wrong. So I need, detail to be focused in on. I can't really do that from just a picture. So I'm going to get the exterior done, and then we can see just how much this giant building is going to dwarf the rest of the island. Hello? Can you see me? In the grass. Here. Yep, down a bit. Yep, there we go. Here I am, ahead. I don't know what happened to my body. I logged in on my spectator account, and most of me has just vanished, disappeared. No, I'm in spectator mode, so I can show you this absolute mammoth of a house. It is pretty ginormous. But I like it. I really do. It's a good size. It was originally meant to be the centerpiece of the island, and I think it's living up to that. I'm just going to do a quick fly around here. I don't really know what to show you. It's just got like a bunch of windows, which are obviously going to look a lot better when it's when Optifine is released and I have the connected textures of the glass. So that will look a lot nicer. That will improve it greatly. The whole ceiling, or not ceiling, the roof is quartz. That's a lot of quartz up there. That's a good probably, I don't know, 10 stacks of the actual blocks maybe. Maybe not. I don't really know. I didn't count. But it looks pretty cool, I think. We've got a little garage here, which I might build like a car in at some point. But as you can tell, the inside is very much empty. And I haven't planned what I'm going to do with this. I think what the smart thing to do is probably sort of lay out the rooms rather than fill them straight away. So sort of like divide it all up into different rooms and then go from there. So I think that's what I'm going to do next. No idea how that's going to go. That may just ruin everything and I might have to just start over. But yeah, this is the exterior, and it is quite the size, isn't it? Okay, I have been doing a little bit of work, so I'm going to give you a quick tour here, show you around what's been changing on the inside, but do bear in mind that it is entirely unfurnished. All of the rooms are completely empty, so that's something I'm going to have to get to once I record this clip, but let's head on inside. So, I guess you would say this is the porch. We've got a front and a back door leading to nothing. I'm thinking maybe we have a Zen garden out here. That would be kind of cool, I think. Let me back inside, thank you very much. In between the 2 rooms, I've got some sea lanterns with carpet underneath. It kind of just adds a barrier in between the terracotta, and I think that helps a bit. Plus, it gives off some light, which is always a plus. Through this room of nothing leads to the garage. I've lowered this down by half a block, just so it looks like the garage door is actually functioning and can be opened and closed. Yep, so I know what that room's going to be. Let's go into the giant room of emptiness and nothingness apart from this giant podium thing here. This is where I'm going to have my bed. The staircase is a little difficult to get up, and well, it's not difficult, but you can fall off if you're not paying attention. But it's a lot easier than this windy staircase I have over here, and it was either have my bed up the top there, or make something in this room and have my bed here. So I didn't really want to climb up this annoying staircase just to sleep the night away, because it is a little tedious and even easier to fall off of than that one in there. But it looks cool, so I'm keeping it. There won't even really be anything functional in this house. to be honest. This is purely aesthetic. Everything functional is going to be underground. Haven't figured out where the storage room is going to go yet. That is sort of like the whole purpose of this house being built today. The porch, or not the porch, sorry, the balcony, I guess you would call it. I've already shown you that. Not a fan of this, by the way. I will probably do something and maybe just fill it in and slap a painting down. I'm not too sure. I think this is the final room. Yeah, it only goes up 3 levels. Yeah, imagine having to come up here every single time I wanted to sleep. That would be the most annoying thing ever. So yeah, at the moment it is very empty. I do need to get to furnishing it, but at the moment I don't really have any ideas. So I don't know. I'm gonna head off for a bit. I might start again on it tomorrow when I wake up, and hopefully I'll be a little more inspired. But this has actually taken quite a while, to be honest. So I'm gonna be back, and then we can show you around the finished house. Yo, what's up MTV? My name is Marloe and welcome to my crib. This bad boy costs somewhere in the ballpark of $500 million. 400k square footage, and it's the absolute pinnacle of developed expressionism and creativity in modern architecture. Well, at least that's what the guy who sold it to me said. Let's head inside. Right at the doorstep is this gorgeous rug, entirely made from the fur of the exotic monkeys of Madagascar. This thing alone cost 2.5 mil. Now you may not think of me as much as a gardener, but I love plants. I do all of it. I water them, sometimes I look at them as well. They're quite nice to look at, I guess, I don't know. Oh, this little dude over here. His name's Armand. He's my butler. A few months back I was over a friend's house messing about with some science, and he told me to step in this big tube. I don't really know what he was talking about, the duplication of my atoms or something like that. I don't even know. I wasn't exactly all there that night, if you know what I mean. Then, a couple weeks later, this guy washes up on my shore saying, "I'm your clone, please help me, blah blah blah, Dimitri is evil, blah blah blah." He's a funny guy, I kept him around. But yeah, he works for me now and I pay him with a roof over his head and some occasional food and water. This painting right here. Cost me a solid 15 mil. Got it at this auction in Venezuela. I was like one of the only ones there and no one else was even bidding on anything. I got so much good stuff that day. This is the kitchen. Personally, I don't spend a lot of time in here. Armand does all the cooking. He's even got dinner ready for us tonight. Pork chops, I think. Hell yeah. I'm not much of a foodie myself though. I like snacks. I'm always just reaching in the fridge for something, but then Armand's like, "You can't just eat a tub of ice cream for breakfast, blah blah blah, you'll get morbidly obese, blah blah blah, you'll die before you reach 35. This guy, man. This beauty right here. Her name's Jessica and she'll give you the ride of your life. 0 to 60 in 2 seconds maybe? I don't actually know, I've never tested it. Got my helmet up there though because I'm a big safety guy. I'd hate to die in a motorcycle accident, especially, you know, since I'm such a young age. We're up on the 2nd floor and this room is the bathroom. Now, I'm a huge fan of having a supreme lack of privacy when I use the toilet, bathe, when I'm in the shower, whatever it is. I just love having all of these windows around, allowing me to be completely on show. The freedom is like nothing else. I mean, being able to watch TV while sat in the hot tub is sick. Got some more artwork up on the wall here, some magazines by the toilet for a bit of light reading. Oh, don't look too close at that top one. Let's move on. This is the upstairs lounge where I do all of my chilling. 60-inch plasma TV, got a yin-yang rug on the floor because I am all about that equality of, you know, people and stuff. I also keep my favourite Halloween costumes in here from over the years. That was from the time I went as a scarecrow. That was a good year. And this one, I'm not sure what this one's meant to be exactly. It did come with some handcuffs and a whip, but I have no idea where they've gone. Out on the balcony now, and this is a great spot for sunbathing. You can actually catch a pretty sweet tan out here. Quite a nice view as well. This is where Armand goes for his cigarette breaks. Crazy guy gets through like 3 packets a day. Now this is where the magic happens. The games room. Got the absolute classics in here. Pinball Rush, Minecart Mayhem, Zombie Nado Apocalypse 3 and Castle Invasion. Got ourselves a little pool table too, and just about the tastiest looking couch you've ever seen. Looks just like an ice cream sandwich. I took a bite out of it once. I thought it might have actually been one, but no, it's not. It's just a couch. Oh, even got some leftover cookies too. You want some? Come on, they're good. You're shaking your head. Oh, right, fine, whatever. And now, the price of resistance, the biggest room in the house. I call it the Mega Room. This is where I've got all my favourite things. This sculpture right here is fine art. Cost me nearly 40 mil. It wasn't even on sale. I was just looking around the modern art museum when I bumped into it and knocked it over and broke it apparently. The guy said how it's completely worthless now and that I had to buy it, so I gave him the money without even thinking, you know, no regrets. And I love this thing. It speaks to me. It makes me feel a certain way. Got this aquarium fitted the other day. I think it's a pretty good addition. I'm just waiting for my order of the exotic fish to arrive and then it's done. In the meantime, I've been making Armand swim around it just so I can, you know, get a feel for what it's going to be like when the fish is in there. Oh, over here's the second TV of the house. I was just watching some karate show before you guys turned up. But this is where I have all my movie nights. Every Friday night, me and Armand will sit down and watch a Disney princess film. We love it so much. I mean, well, it's alright, you know. Now up here, this is where the sleeping happens. Once again, nice and open so that Armand can keep an eye on me while I sleep, making sure I'm safe, you know. Got a nice view of the chopper too. Oh, you probably noticed this guy as well. This is my dog Bruce Wayne. I named him after my favourite superhero's alter ego, Superman. He's a great little doggy. Aren't you? You a good little doggy? Yes, you a good boy. Got one last thing to show you guys. My very own Zen garden. This is where I go to be zen. I totally zen out when I'm here. Here's something cool. This pond right here has a complete regulation system, so there's always new water molecules for me to swim in. I mean, well, you're not actually meant to swim in there, but the bubbles, they just feel so good when you go over them. And that is the tour complete. Pretty sick if you ask me. But if you don't mind, I'm going to go grab a tub of ice cream, put on my comfy pants and watch Frozen, so head over to the chopper and Sully will give you a lift back. Now, get the off my island, you little I'm just messing with you. Catch you later, fam squad. Reese's Pieces. Ugh, why do I do this? Why do I embarrass myself so much? For the sake of your entertainment, that is why. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And obviously, not to be taken too seriously. I'm sure you guys can figure that out for yourself, though. I did have a lot of fun making it. It was very funny for me to try and keep a straight face while I said all of those completely stupid things. But there are some things that I wanted to talk about this house while, like, I wasn't in character mode because I wouldn't have really fit. For example, the noobs gave me this idea for this aquarium. That wouldn't have really fit in the script, I don't think. I don't know. I really quite like how this house has turned out. It was incredibly difficult to make an open space look good because modern houses, at least their interiors, are fairly open for the majority, and I didn't really want to make it too open because it would have looked absolutely atrocious. But I didn't want to make it too, you know, cluttered because, one, there is a lot of room to fill, and it would have been difficult, like, thinking of all these things, like towels and a little reading desk with some dodgy magazines. It took me a while to do it, and then obviously I had to go and gather all the resources, and it's been like at least a day or so doing all of this. But yeah, I do really like how it's turned out. It's decorating on the inside of houses is something that I don't think I'm that great at, but it is just so fun to do. It really just brings your build completely alive. Like, I do quite like this idea though of the like old school arcade games. I thought that was quite clever. I mean, it doesn't really look like them, but you can kind of understand it from everything else in the room. Like, you can tell this is a pool table with some little cues. I think that's what they're called. And you can probably tell that's a pinball machine. But yeah, I really did have fun doing this. But now what I want to do, if I can get downstairs, is my storage room and a way to get to the underground place. So I can't honestly remember. I also absolutely adore this guy. He is so cool. I pissed and pushed him this way and this way to make him not in the center of a block, which makes him seem more of a person. Instead of, I don't know how to explain it, but if he was like smack bang in the middle of this block, it would look a little weird. I don't know. I pissed and pushed him around to make him look like he was more natural. There's also a leak, which I can't get rid of, but I'm just going to have to live with, or I can just turn particles off. That would fix it too. But yeah, I can't remember if I said in the start of this episode or not, but it has been a while. Down these four like little gaps, I want to have a water soul sand elevator on either side and then a drop on either side. One of them leading to a storage room and the other leading to the underground cave that we built not long ago. So I'm going to hop in, over to my camera account and we can have a look and see if any of this lines up or if I've even got room for a storage room underneath the house. I am controlling Marloe cam right now, so we're going to have a little look. I've actually had a little sneak peek and check this out, right? So this is awfully close to lining up to the center of the cave. So let's say this is where we drop down to get to it as a quick way instead of flying in through the waterfall entrance that we have. Let's speed up a little bit. It is awfully close to being smack bang in the center of it. It's 2 blocks off, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because we are going to have a way up and down. So, I mean, if we go back up a second and let's say oh god, hang on, the up. Oh my god, slow down more. There we go. Let's go down this one and see where we go. See, we still are on the center, but I think we would have to drop down here and have the soul sand elevator up there. I don't know how it's all going to work. I'm going to have to do some finagling with that and see if anything works. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. But as for the storage room, we do have a... How can I show this as an easy way? It'll be down this side, obviously, right? Yeah, so we pretty much have... I don't know, that's probably a good 15 blocks until we reach this cave area here. So we should have enough room for it, I would imagine. I'm going to carve out an area and then see what I can come up with that. But there is one more thing I wanted to do before we start going underground. And that is put a fish in our aquarium here. So the only bad thing about this design, and it might not even be a bad thing, you can only have 1 fish in here. Otherwise, if you have more, they'll clash together and knock each other out. So it's going to be a lonely fish, whichever one is in there. But I thought there would only be one way to decide which fish we choose to put in there. So I have got 9 or 8 fish with me, 7 tropical and 1 pufferfish. So I'm going to put all of these in here and let them fight for a spot. It's going to be a fight to the death. So I don't want to obstruct them too much. So I'm going to stand back here and try and quickly place them. Okay, here we go. They're off. Some might have already fallen out already. And pufferfish. Any fallen out? I'm sorry if you can't see very well. Hopefully it shows up a decent amount. I should probably have thought of what to call them all. I think the pufferfish is just scared at the top. Okay, this is not as exciting as I was hoping. Oh, just about held on there, little fin. Oh no, he's out. Oh, another one's out. How many is that? How many left? We got 5 left. Any good ones still? Honestly, you can't really see. I'm rooting for the pufferfish. My bet's on that one because I have no reasoning. They're all just being very boring and staying up the top. Oh, we have movement. Did one just fall out and hop back in? Oh my god, that was incredible. I think I'm rooting for this one now. The blue and yellow, purple and yellow. Oh my god, I spoke way too soon. Oh, the pufferfish, you are very close to swimming out. They don't actually swim out when they're by themselves, so that's why they're not doing it on their own. They only get nudged by their friends. And whatever colour that was is dead. I should probably pick these up. They might be helpful. Probably not. How many left? We got 4 left. Pufferfish still standing strong. Are you gonna make it back in? No, you're not. You're a dead fish. I know you called him a dead man. Are you gonna die? Are you just absolutely invincible? We might have a fish that can breathe oxygen right now, or out of water. Just I don't know how fish works. How their lungs function. Pufferfish? Oh, you scared me then, buddy. You're up there. I don't think I can alarm him for him to try and poison me unless I'm in water, so I'm probably fine walking around here. Oh, he's finally dead. That took him a little while. Oh, he just killed him. That was absolutely brutal. Okay, only 2 remain. The pufferfish, which is literally half in, half out. One little nudge could be the end. Versus this guy, who is now my new favourite because the pufferfish hasn't moved, and I actually might go nudge him back in if nothing happens in a short little while. Pufferfish makes an attack! No, Finn! Oh, that was brutal. He used his puffer skills to get him. Oh, I'm actually really sad about that. Screw you, man. I didn't even like you. You killed Finn. I'm sure I'll adjust. Yeah, so we now have a pet pufferfish. Not too happy about that result, but that's kind of cool to see the pufferfish win out of like 1 to 8 chance of it being him. That's kind of strange, or are they more likely to win in that situation? Honestly, no idea. He doesn't... Why is he not stinging me? Has he had his poison sucked from him or something? I'm actually curious why I'm not getting poisoned. Does he need to touch me? Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, he does. He still works. It's all good. Okay, everybody. I have been doing some work on the storage room and the entrance and exit to the cave underground. And when I say some work, I mean completely in its entirety, and it is finished. So here is the way to get down to the mine. It's a little pushy. I've got some pistons that shove me along some compressed ice here, all the way down this tube. Getting down really smooth for the majority of time, unless I've frozen or something with lag. It's great. It works very well. Going back up, not as easy. Here is absolutely fine, but I did originally have a tripwire hook with some string to push me, because obviously I can't have a pressure plate. And then it worked in single player, but not on the server, just because, well, that's expected. Some things don't work on the server when they do in single player, and that's okay. For how often I'm going to be, you know, coming up here, it doesn't really matter. I've just got some water streams to take me on up. But over this side, I think this is the front door, yes, is where the storage room is. A lot easier to get down here. Only needs 1 piston, and then just a straight water stream back up. But let's go back down again. This is probably very disorientating. See, it didn't work then because I froze for a bit, and then I go and take damage when I do it like that, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. The storage room, it's nothing too special. It's the similar block palette to, or I think exactly the same, to be honest, minus the prismarine slabs to that I did of the south tunnel. It's not fully automatic. I don't want a fully automatic storage room. It's too much effort for my needs. But it is definitely nice to have everything just in one place, not half of it back over at Spawn Town, half of it one side of my island, half it the other. Got everything out of the shulker boxes. It took me a good few hours, I would probably say somewhere between 4 and 5 hours to do just the organising, not even building the storage room. It's I was very unorganised, let's just say that. But yeah, it's nice. I've also got some empty chests just here is extra, so if I ever have one, this is the wrong way, one resource that I have just an absolute abundance of, I can just put it over on that side. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you did like the house and the little MTV Cribs thing. I haven't actually edited it yet, so hopefully it turned out okay. Yeah, but that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.